The second melody in sequential range, so the B part, uses the same structure and combination of techniques. Uppicking on the first note with a left hand technique if you want to, then a middle finger downward in a frailing motion, picking up some extra notes if you want to, and then a muffled percussive sounding pedal note that's also often not played. So when I do this on the top strings without a melody in the left hand, it looks like this. I'm playing the first melody note on string 2 with uppicking, then middle finger down on string 1, and then a pedal note. This is the melody on the first 2 beats. So I'm starting with a slide from 3 to 4 on the second string, frail on the 3rd fret first string, pedal note, pull off from the 5th to the 3rd fret on B2, then a frail on the 4th fret second string, and again a pedal note. Then a similar combination on beat 3 and 4. I'm laying my index finger flat across 2 strings here. Next part, 2 beats, the first 2 beats is this. Again, the same technique. And I end the 2-bar melodic pattern in the same way, this time with melody notes on string 1 and 3. So this. I'll often add that at the very end. So this is the complete melody. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the second time around you have a slightly different ending. Now I think that this melody shows you how powerful this combination of Pete Seeger uppicking and regular clawhammer can be, especially if you're playing a melodic style in old-time or modern banjo music. The third part of this song starts by targeting an F-type chord in a melodic way. So it's 5, 4, 0 right here. We're outlining the chord, so to speak, with the same combination of techniques that we've seen in the previous section. Playing that first note on the 5th fret of the 4th string with uppicking can be a bit tricky. You have to aim it well. I'm kind of sliding into that note. So B2 ends with a muffled frail and a pedal. And the same technique on B3 and 4, targeting the notes of a C chord, 0, 5, 4, 1 string lower. So that was bar 1. Then you get to bar 2 that starts with a muffled frail on beat 1, a drop thumb to the 5th fret of string 3 and a pedal note. Like this. Now I'm kind of switching directions here since the first note of the beat is frailed, not uppicked. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the rest of the bar is all played with middle finger down, pull-offs and slides, like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The second time around we're playing a quick double pull-off on string 2, which sounds like this. This section repeats, and when it goes back to the beginning, we play this melody in bar 4. simple melody, but on beat 3 I switch the motion again and start with a frail to give the melody some extra punch. This is the whole beat part. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth and last part of sequential rain again combines frails with uppicking, but this time we're playing intervals in full chords. The patterns are pretty quick and they're asymmetric. Practice them slowly at first and then gradually speed up. We'll start with a pattern for bar 1, which repeats in the second bar. That's the pattern. Up until beat 2, it sounds like this. Watch my right hand. So it's down, down, thumb, up. Down, down, thumb, up. Then we add the offbeat of beat 2, which is frailed downwards. Next up is beat 3. First half is empty, and then we end with a pedal thumb, and then a brush upward. So, again. So it's kind of an asymmetric pattern there. Immediately after this pattern, we play 2 frails downward, like that. It's pretty simple. And that's the pattern. So that's the right hand pattern for bar 1 and 2. The intervals you play are pretty simple. You start by switching these two. 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 7, 0, 7. And you hammer on that first interval to give it some spice. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And in bar 2 you do the same with these intervals. 0, 2, 0, 3. 0, 5, 0, 5. Same pattern. Again with the hammer on. And bar 3 is slightly different in that beat 3 has an extra root note on string 4 that you play with a drop thumb, and you proceed it with a brush upwards. Sounds like this. So on beat 4 there is this F over C chord, going back to a C. So that's the third bar. And bar 4 starts in the same way and uses these intervals. 2, 0, 2, kind of a G chord. 4, 0, 4, kind of an A chord. This is the whole section slow. And then it's back to the beginning.